to MindFit. Happy Friday. Yes! We are talking about purpose. I'm going to see if we can just get us all in the frame.
Right. I don't know.
Can we all, are we all in it?
Back off.
If I squeeze in between the two of you, are we good? Okay, fantastic.
Awesome.
So you cut your head off by doing that? Okay, good.
Yay!
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 Oh, it's so cute. Coffee talk with the ladies.
Run the view. Okay.
Run the view. Run the view.
Yes.
Welcome everybody to MindFit. Yes. So excited! What a perfect group.
Yes.
This is so fun. What was our topic last week?
Awareness.
Awareness.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Do you guys want to give me a little recap of last week, and then we'll go over this week?
Awareness. Being present. There's different layers of awareness. The many different layers, and how they impact our lives differently. You want to elaborate?
Yes. Awareness, we came up with a couple of different definitions for it. Based on what people shared, I just kind of wrapped it up and said, awareness is freedom and being free. Because when you're not aware, I feel like you're kind of trapped into a certain situation. If you can't see the forest literally for the trees, then you're stuck. You know, and so we talked about that. We talked about awareness being a responsibility. In that, and when we are aware of certain things, we have a certain level of responsibility in order to move the purpose in your life, and being responsible for other people's lives forward. Because when you're not aware and you don't know, you just don't know. But when you know and you know better. So you do better. So basically, do better.
Right.
So that was the two main ones that I remember from last week.
Awareness of our energy and how it impacts and affects others. That was another one.
Awesome. Yeah. So how did you guys see that show up for you this week? Breakthrough.
I definitely saw it show up. Like this week, I got really frustrated because one day I was on my way to Fit Club, and the traffic was beyond ridiculous. I mean, way worse than normal, right? So it just put me in a bad mood because I had totally prepped to be here, and then the traffic totally threw me off. So when I got here, I was just in this real funky mood because I was just so, and it was funny because Erica looked at me and saw it immediately. She was like, you're pissed. I'm like, yeah, I am. So I was like, let me, get that under control and shake it off. You know what I mean? So that, I don't carry that negative energy from being frustrated. So
That's awesome. So you shifted it.
I shifted it, and her pointing it out made me laugh. So that just, made it really easy for me to do it.
Yay. How fun. So if you guys had any breakthroughs last week of awareness, definitely share them on the page. I think the more we can share what we learned and what we actually experienced, the more we actually learn the lesson of how to be aware and continue to be aware is when we pay for what we've learned. So definitely share on the page. So this week is purpose, which is so fitting, at least for me right now. So big, such a massive topic. Oh, I love it. So the intention today is for all of us to share from a space of contribution to the group. So every time we share, it's just how can we elevate the conversation so we can really leave here and not only feel on purpose ourselves, but share our purpose and just elevate the consciousness of everybody around us when we leave the space. So that's the intention that we share from every single time. Man, purpose, I'll start with what purpose really means to me. So crazy because I've been working on this topic, I feel like, since I was born. I think for many years, every lifetime, I feel like this is a reoccurring topic every lifetime, is to find, peel back, shed layers, let go of fear to discover why we're really here. And it can be a scary thing. It can be a scary thing. It can be a scary thing to actually act inside of it because I feel like everyone's purpose is so big and it's so light and it's so exposed and it's so vibrant that can mean so many different things. For me, when I feel and I think about my purpose, like I get like it's really big, it's really light, it's really vast, and it's really exposed. And I definitely have been working through like a fear of like literally that getting taken out by some other power, like exposing that, you
Yeah,
know?
sure.
And I feel like there's so many different avenues and lessons and people we meet and books we read and groups we join to start to get us down this path of what's my purpose, what's my purpose, what's my purpose, what's my purpose, what's my purpose. And as we peel back the layers and we get more clear, it's like from that point, I feel like it's just continuing to let go of fear. Let go of fear of letting it go and being inside of it and acting inside of it. So the reason why I love the work that we do so much with Herbalife is I feel like it's the first like crack to somebody actually seeing their purpose. Like really, it's like you don't have to work for anyone else. You can have anything you want. You can be unlocked of the chains of your mom and dad and what you're supposed to be. When we give people their health back, we give them access to personal freedom, which gives them a closer look at something outside of their physical appearance. It's like, okay, that's handled, now what? And it's really like an activation of everybody's purpose. And then we have a vehicle to live in your purpose, like paying it forward. So I feel like purpose is basically what we do. We are all on purpose and we get to build a life, a business, and a family inside of our purpose. And as long as we continue to unlock the fear and let go of the fear and activate what's inside of that covenant of truth, we all get to experience that bliss and that joy, which is why we're really here in the first place.
I like that. Purpose, okay. If you are a person that's good at multiple things, sometimes finding your purpose can be a bit challenging because you can start to do something and be really good at it, but still feel like there's something that's kind of nagging behind you. Like you know that you're meant for something bigger, maybe, or something greater. And like you said, letting go, being fearless, and getting into that emotion within you to reach higher, to go for that thing that you feel inside of you that says, I'm meant for something bigger and greater than this. So, like you said, peeling back the layers and being fearless enough to move forward and attack those things that are challenging maybe to find out what your purpose, what your true purpose may be. Because you can get distracted in life and taken to this direction and that direction and not really know. I mean, for me, it's been like that because I'm good at a lot of different things. You know, I've done real estate, I've done insurance, retail, you know, and I've been successful in all those different avenues of my life. But I always felt like I was meant for something bigger and greater. And when I found Herbalife, it was just like, okay, this is it. My passion, my fitness, everything just kind of came together. And for me, it is just, like you said, unlocking that, to know that I can have the life that I want, to know that it's right here within my grasp, and just figuring out how to just put those pieces of the puzzle together to make it just transform into that amazing life for me. That is just, it's exciting, and it's something that drives me literally every day to figure that out, you know. So it's amazing for me. So purpose for me is something every day that I think about. It's a driving force in me every day, and maximizing that purpose.
For me, purpose is a little bit different. I think I don't personally think about it in terms of like doing good or being great at it. For me, purpose is more of like a calling, and it's something that I don't know that we really choose. You know, I think we choose whether to follow our purpose or not. That's the choice, but it's really something that's kind of like delivered to us, like this is where you go. And I think sometimes in your purpose, there's all these like really hard lessons to learn and healing to be done. And like typically your purpose is everything that you've done to heal yourself that you can then offer the world. You know, people who have been through addiction, who choose to follow that purpose into teaching and healing addictive people, right? It's like people who have been through cancer give back typically in that space. It's like what you've experienced typically, I believe, becomes your purpose. And sometimes, yeah, it takes a while to find your purpose, and sometimes the purpose shifts, or there's multiple layers of the purpose.
Sure.
So to me, I don't personally relate it to being great at it. I think it's something that's just actually like internal within us. That we may not know it, but we have to like peel back those layers to get to it, to see.
I think you said everything I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like the way I would wrap that up would be like, you have to be the purpose. Like you are the purpose. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is you're doing is the purpose. Like, because at the end of the day, like I couldn't figure out why I was so terrified to do my fit. I couldn't figure out why I made the flyers. After I made the flyers, after I made the video, after I told everybody I was gonna do it, when I got to the fit club, I just didn't need to move. I was frozen. I don't know why. But once I shared my story on Wednesday, then I had like different people coming up to me and telling me like how much that made them want to do what they wanted to do. Because I was like, why? You know, sometimes with my different things, like after the fact, then you're like, that's why that happened. You know, that's why it came full circle finally. Like, you're struggling through something, like you feel like you're trying to run in mud, and then you finally get out of it. And you're like, Anyway, I just thought that.
I love that. I feel like all of you guys touched on like little things that have been coming to me to, I guess, help for me to like define what my purpose is. And like you said, I feel like you don't just get to choose. It's like, okay, this is what you're meant for. Like this is how things are gonna work for you. So lately it's been about me letting go of fear and peeling back those layers like Laura was talking about. And just owning my right and my responsibility to be great. And I think that that's something that personally I've known that about myself since I was a little girl. Like I remember having visions of what my future was gonna look like me being on stage and helping like, you know, thousands of people and like what my future was gonna look like. And knowing that since I was like 5 years old. But growing up, you know, just society, and it can even be like your family, you know, they love you, want the best for you. I don't get me wrong, my family's amazing, but you know, just having parents who may not have achieved their dreams and kind of like teaching you to like just play it safe, you know, don't go too far, don't do this. So you grow up like holding on to that, like okay, like maybe that was just me dreaming as a little girl. Maybe that's not what I'm meant for. Maybe I'm meant to do this. But then when you have experiences with people who are like you, who have a bigger purpose in life, and who acknowledge that and are learning that for themselves, it opens up that access for you to revisit your own purpose of what you've always known about yourself. And so for me, it's been like releasing that fear, owning the fact that I am the one that God has chosen to live out this life, and I'm the one that He has chosen to live out this purpose that He's instilled within me, and that it's okay to redirect the trajectory of my family and be that person to go down history and be that person to do great things and be that person to open up access for the next generations to know that they can do that too. So it's been a lot of like my heart is like beating really fast and saying it's been a lot of like awareness. Yeah.
Like every time you speak it, your aura changes. Like I encourage you to keep speaking it because I see you changing. Like, the way you look, at least for me, your cells are changing every time you speak it. Like because I've heard you speak this now 3 times, and it's like you look totally different. So keep speaking it. Our power's in our voice. Keep speaking it. One thing that what I heard when you were sharing, and we covered this too, I feel like we're all saying the same thing. It's like a lot of times we feel like it's like the vehicle or the package that we're put inside of that is quote unquote our purpose, or at least I felt that in the past. Like, you know, volleyball shoes and a volleyball and a team. Like this is my purpose to like win in the Olympics, or you know, be a piece of that puzzle. And then being reborn into this life, it's like you're a president's team member. And it's like at the end of the day, it's who was the person inside of all of the realms? Who was behind the scenes the whole time? You know, it's not the act of doing, like the physical, but who's been inside operating. What feeling did you provide in every realm you were ever in?
Yes.
What access did you provide other people? Did I provide other people in every realm I've ever been? Who have I been? Who's the consistent common denominator outside of the doing?
Yes.
That's what I feel like we chose it before we got here. And we chose all of each other. Okay, I'm gonna do this, you're gonna do that. And we're gonna go out, we're gonna change the world, this is how we're gonna do it. And it's like, ready, embrace, now we're here, we're like realigning.
Yeah.
It supports staying on purpose and living in that lane of purpose when you don't identify yourself with the material things.
Yeah.
So this is a big topic with one of the people I worked with yesterday in the session, is like, this competition is not my worth. Losing a volleyball competition is not my worth. Getting hurt before something, or, you know, taking 10 years to become a presidency member, or whatever someone's path is, that doesn't determine your worth at all. It just means there's different opportunities for you to be in your purpose. But so many times people think, you know, take like a, you know, football player who's playing and then all of a sudden he gets hurt and he's like, doesn't know who he is.
Right.
Right.
That's because all of the
Value
ego is wrapped itself up like, I am football.
Yeah.
When in reality, it's like, he is beautiful and he is love and he has all these other things, but never saw it because he put his worth and value in football. So I think to support that is like, just in staying on purpose, trust whatever comes. Trust the opportunities that are put in front of you. Trust them and release the attachment to the value or worth that you are because of it.
Or what lane you're being called to. Like,
Right.
in the past there was like so much fear, like, I mean, for you could speak on it, it's like, am I really supposed to do something else? Like, am I really, like, I feel like, Laura, you're gonna be mad at me. And it's like, okay, first of all, I've known it the whole time. And second of all, I've been waiting. And third of all, like, if you don't, you will die. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. And, or you'll feel dead inside. And like, for me, it's like, I've been like consistently called to a higher calling. It's like, hey, go open a region, go open another region, go fly, go do this, go start to work in the governments, go start to speak at schools, like go. And then I go get in my head and fear creeps in, and it's like, but is that legal? And are they ready for you to do that? And is that politically correct? And what are they gonna think? And it's like, it can't get any louder for me.
Yeah.
And
It's
it's
like
like-
screaming at
I
you.
know, and it's like, wait, no! So I'm really practicing on releasing the how. Like releasing the how and listening to like what there is for me to listen to, and just be in flow with that, be on purpose. Like, even if I'm like having a one-on-one conversation, be on purpose in that one-on-one conversation. If I'm on the bus, be on purpose on the bus. If I'm on the airplane, like, be the person that's on stage in the airplane, in the airport, like checking out, like giving love authentically everywhere I go. Even like literally, like I'm walking and I'm like, breathe in love, exhale love. Like how much love can I spread? I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just throw some love on the store handle and throw it in that corner because I can, because that's why I'm here. Like, I don't know, like just being inside of it has me feel alive. When I'm up in my head, like, what am I supposed to do today? Like, what should I do? What should I talk? It's so debilitating.
Yes. And paralyzing.
It can paralyze you, absolutely, especially when there's multiple things that you have to do. You know, definitely. So it's not just being, it's acting on it. It's not just trusting in your purpose, it's acting on your purpose as well.
And if you don't know yet where that is or where the purpose lies, it's like, ask the questions. All we have to do is ask, show me my purpose today. Today. It doesn't have to be showing my purpose for the next 50 million years. But like, show me my purpose today. Show me who I'm supposed to meet. Show me the lesson I'm supposed to learn. Show me what I need to do or who I need to be. It's like, just ask for the support, because literally they're like all flying around us.
Yes.
All the time.
Yeah.
Always.
I think that's the hardest part, and for me, like what I've been doing recently, it's just like thinking to myself, like really meditating and like, who am I? Like, who is Melissa? Like, who is Melissa's best version of herself? And then actively practicing being that person every single day. And I've noticed when I've done that, everything feels so organic. Every conversation feels so organic. Every person I meet feels so organic. Like, things in the universe just happen the way I need it to, and it just flows. And I'm like, okay, if I can be this person every day and build on her, imagine who I'm going to be even a year. You know, imagine who we would all be like in a year if we were doing that. So it's 20 years, 10 years. Like, it's like there's no ceiling when you're that person.
Things like a banana, like you have to like peel it back and then just let it be. What we like to do is peel it back and peel it back. No, wait. No. Okay. We're gonna let this happen, right? Okay, this is what happened. That's how I feel, you know. Some days I'm like open, and then other days I close up back up again.
Yeah.
I have to talk myself into being who I am.
Yeah, it's practice.
That's
life.
Yes. But just making sure you peel back every day, I guess. Be open on purpose.
When there's a commitment to be on purpose, you get that, like, you get so much closer having the intention to be on purpose. Without the intention, you're kind of floating.
Definitely.
Or closing back up.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like have the intention to be on purpose. And you'll be really amazed by the miracles. You know? There's lots of them. Every day.
Now being aware of like all of the small things we do every single day that help us drift. I'm really starting to like be aware, like when I'm on Facebook, like how massive of a source that is of drifting in this generation.
It can be. Oh my God.
I'm just lost in it.
You get lost for like an hour and literally be like, where did that hour go?
It's massive drifting, and it's like, okay, you could be on more love, I love you, yay, like if that's, you know, I could be, I'm like just aimlessly like looking to check out of being on purpose. So where in the day do I consistently check out?
True.
And why?
Every time I'm on it too long, I actually start feeling guilty. Like if I feel like I'm just scrolling just to see, I'm like, okay, I could be spending my time so much better right now. So let me get off of this. So I've made myself aware of that. So it's like a check. You know, because you easily get caught up just for a moment, you know, again, to get away from your purpose, to lose your direction for a moment, just to see, you know, what's going on in someone else's life. But get yourself back on purpose. Oh, I can do that later. That's not important. Taking yourself off of it. But yeah, social media is a huge draw. That and Instagram, my goodness. Right, that can boggle your day, definitely.
I feel like it's the same thing as being present. If we're consistently present all day long, when we're present, we're in our purpose. Let's check into being present all day long. I was even thinking about like eating meals. Like I started this habit of like sitting down eating meals, like putting it in a bowl and like sitting down and standing up in the kitchen, just like aimlessly eating a meal. Just to like be present in every action. Makes such a difference for me.
Your body probably absorbs.
Yeah, it actually absorbs the nutrients. Yeah. Which I good for.
Yeah, because you're like, wow, food is this amazing food. Food is nourishing me. Yeah. There's like those thoughts when you're present. It's those types of thoughts. Right. Versus like I'm thinking about last night, I was on the phone with Brooke while I was eating my meal, and I'm like, at the end of it, I was like, I'm done.
Right.
Like I was on the phone, you know, I'm like doing both, and that probably wasn't the best. You know?
The other thing I think is that when you're like, and I'm sure so like all of you guys can relate to this, when you like work on yourself, when you're working on growing as a person, like Laura said, sometimes your purpose starts to like get so loud to you that it becomes physically uncomfortable to keep ignoring it.
Yes.
You're like, okay,
Oh yeah,
That's real.
it's so
physically.
it's physically so uncomfortable to the point where you're like, all right, I just gotta let this go and like let it happen.
Now let it out. Let her out. Let her out.
I just had to say that.
I feel that with you right now, and it's magnificent. It's really powerful.
Yeah.
I told Valley the other day, I'm like, yo, Melissa's like, or she's her. She's really her. It's really awesome.
Yes.
She's like, awesome. Yeah. It's going out. Oh my gosh. What do you feel like our mission is together?
I think it's to inspire people. I think that's a big part of it. So many people are inspired by what we do. Do you guys realize that? The lifestyle that we live, the commitment that we have to it every day. I literally had someone come up to me yesterday or the day before. Actually, it was one of our members here at the club and said, I admire you. And I was like, wow, I didn't even know her that well. But apparently she knew me because she's looking and watching and following everything that we do. People are always watching us. So to be in our purpose and to be doing that every day where we reflect it and inspire other people, that I think is just amazing. So I think collectively as a group, that's part of it, inspiration. So that makes me stay on task with what I do as well. Knowing that people are watching. Me making this post today talking about something great, that might really affect somebody. Or me being on point when I'm at Fit Club, that might really make someone's day, So making sure that I'm on purpose with that.
I think our personal purpose also, in addition to that, is being each other's mirror. We can reflect our light on each other, especially when we crisis. When when I look at Elise in her eyes, she sees me. There's no question about that. She sees me when I'm on a good day. She sees me when I'm on a bad day, when I'm kind of off. So we get to reflect the light that we have inside of us to each other. And then from there, we take our collective light as it beams brighter as a group to the world. And I think we get to sharpen each other like knives and get each other really, really, really like laser focused, in our own purpose and as our collective purpose. And then we get to go out and share that and reflect other people's light and purpose there by the practice that we do with ourselves.
Exactly right. Perfect.
That's exciting.
I was talking to one of my buddies last night, and he's a thought leader in Los Angeles, and I was like, hey, I'm just checking in on you, making sure you're on purpose. We have a big mission in this life, just checking in, making sure you're doing it. He's like, so funny, I was just thinking about you, thank you for all you do for people. It really matters. Keep inspiring. We're just checking in with each other, just making sure we're in our work, and just told him, it's this life, by the way, it's this life that the consciousness changes, that people really awaken to who they really are and why they're really here, and that they really can do if you have anything that you want, and they are loved. And it's this life that people wake up. It's this life. And our kiddos get to carry it on, and their kids get to have a completely different experience.
Literally like heaven on earth.
It really will be.
Yeah.
It really will be. People born into a consciousness that they are all. They are all. Be all. I am all. And understanding that. Okay, create from that space. And we get to really be that shift.
It's funny, the wave coming and people just in life, period. You just feel like there's something stirring around. It's crazy. I'm very excited for the next year or two. It's just crazy. And everybody's purpose is exploding all over the place.
Yep.
All at once.
Boldly, to sit down here and do a meeting like this is going to be hard to get contained. In a Friday in 2 years from now. We'll be on Zooms.
Yeah.
We will be all over the world.
We'll be all over.
Sometimes together and sometimes not.
Yes.
I definitely feel like this is a movement.
Oh yeah.
I do. Like it's a movement. I feel like we're impacting people's lives every day. And I think it's only going to get better. Our energy is just becoming so amazing. I just feel it every time I'm here. This place just has such great, and as soon as I walk through the door, I feel great. So anything that I may have been feeling, I think Erica says that, or maybe it's from one of our leaders, something of that nature, like whatever you're feeling, leave it at the door, or something like that. And I feel that when I walk in here, like this is our happy place. You know, and I think when other people come here to experience, you know, our workouts and our lifestyle, I think they feel that as well. They feel that energy also. Because we all kind of radiate it a little bit. You know, we're all kind of obsessed a little bit with what we do and how much we love it.
I think obsession gets a bad rap.
I think so too.
Say anything more.
I'm happily obsessed.
What's
I'm obsessed with what I do.
That's with your purpose.
Yeah.
I totally am.
There's
Yeah.
a quote that goes with that. It says, obsessed is the word that
Lazy people,
most people use to describe
Determined
determined,
or driven or something like that. You're right.
I think that's part of protecting your purpose, because if you have one, you know what it is. You're living in it. You have to protect it.
Mhm.
You know?
And just think that every person, all 7 billion people on this earth have a purpose. But it takes a lot of work to tap into that. Like, but imagine if all 7 billion people in the world were living in their purpose and being on purpose. And like,
The earth might shatter.
such, like, we might, like,
Energy
We would like
just
just vibrate.
like
We would just all
another
start flying.
universe would just,
Right.
like, literally just,
Floating.
it would be insane. And I was telling Karen and Steph that the other night after Diamond Academy, I was like, can you imagine if all of us just started like living in our purpose and like fulfilling our purpose? I can't even imagine. Like it's crazy. Like, and just to think that that's how we were created, but it takes a lot to get to that. It's very easy.
There's 7 billion people. I'm curious how many people actually live their purpose.
so less
Yeah.
than, yeah. So many are just because they're trapped with the fear. They're trapped with the fear of getting out of that rut and seizing their purpose. I know so many. I know so many people that are just, unhappy because they're just, going about their life, being taught to do what they always thought they were supposed to do, instead of being fearless and stepping outside of that. And they look at me and just like, you're just, oh my God, you're all over the place. You're doing this, you're doing that. And I'm like, yeah, I get to do it too. I'm not doing anything special, I'm just unsatisfied with the average. I am. I'm totally unsatisfied with it.
Easier to be average.
I think I'm more terrified of just staying in that place. I just can't.
Yeah.
Whatever I gotta do to not be that. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay. I can step away from it, See if there's something greater behind door number 3. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't mind. Worst case. What's the worst case scenario? That's what I look at. You know what I mean? What's the worst that can happen? So go for it.
Like skydiving.
Right.
Skydiving is awesome, too.
Well, because door number 3, there's no floor, there's no ceiling. So it's like, well, you just gotta trust that you're getting taken care of out of door number 3. Most people are like, no, I'd rather have floor and ceiling. Make sure I'm safe.
Comfortable over here. Lawrence posted something. Are you really happy or are you just comfortable? Remember that quote he posted?
I'm really happy.
And that made me think, right? That's deep. Right? Are you really happy or are you just comfortable?
Have you
Ask
seen the one
yourself
that's,
that question?
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Have you seen the one where it says, are you really living or are you just paying bills until you die?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to pay bills until I die. Somebody saved me for myself. Like, yeah.
The money flows over on purpose.
Yeah.
You can let go of your attachment to materialistic. Oh, it's freedom. So much freedom in it. That's what so many people are stuck. Just go. It's always going to be there. You know what I mean? Take that chance, take that risk. Because if you never do, you'll never know. At least you can look back and say, I tried or I did that. You know? But if you just stay in that little comfortable rut, you just always wonder what could have been. That's why I'm here in California now. Whenever I talk to somebody from back home, they're like, should have been out there 20 years ago. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, you're right, you know, but I was stuck in thinking, oh, I should do this, I should do that, I should do what my parents want me to do, I should live the life that they say I'm supposed to do. You know? Finally, I just at one point was like, let me do something crazy and fearless and move to California. Yeah, I'm here now, and it's the best decision I've ever made. Michigan.
She's a Midwest girl.
I'm totally Midwest.
girl.
Yes, but I grew up in Illinois. I'm from Springfield. I'm from Chicago, right? Yeah. Abraham Lincoln. I went to Sacred Heart Griffin High School. Catholic girl too, so crazy. Awesome. Yes.
So what should our action steps for this week be?
Check in with ourselves on purpose. Like, I like to do it in the morning.
Morning and night. Like reflect, wake up
I do.
and get grounded, and then at night before you go to bed, get grounded.
I think asking supportive questions from our helps and guides that are with us. You know, how can I be on purpose today? Show me.
Speaking that
Out loud or internally, either way.
Every morning I say that.
yes.
I like having conversations about something that can understand.
Every morning. To the level that they can hear.
But
we prejudge.
can you be the invitation
Yes.
to someone who may not be at the level to understand it at this capacity? Can you be that invitation to someone to say, hey, what's your purpose? They might be like, what are you talking about? I'm just like living my day to day.
What do you love to do?
Well, yeah,
What lights you up?
because that could be the invitation and the access point for someone to see.
Okay,
I
I can live with that. I can totally live with
I think we all could do that.
I'm doing 5 wellness profiles today. I'm going to ask that in all my wellness profiles.
What's your purpose? That's good.
What do you think your purpose
It'll make them stop and think.
that. Okay, I can do that.
I did a knitting one today. I talked to a friend of mine. He's only stopped 25 pounds back home. So he was like, oh, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm like, nah, think about it. I'm going to hold you accountable. Okay? So make sure that you're ready. Because when you call me Sunday, we're going to do this. Okay? So don't call me unless you want to. He's like, okay. Think about it. I was like, all right. So, because I'm going to be serious about it. Yeah. I said, but I can't do this by myself. You know, I cannot do this by myself. You have to be just as committed.
I love
And we can do it.
I did one with a complete stranger yesterday.
Did
I
you?
totally did, yeah. She, we were talking. I was in Costco just doing my shopping for food prep, and I said hi to her, and I walked around, and I got in line, and then she walked up to me, and we started talking. And then I got her phone number, and I waited till she was off, and I called her. We actually had a wellness advisor. It was crazy.
Nice.
So I'm just glad of like just being able to pique people's interest quickly and get them to the point where we can have a conversation.
Yep.
So I'm excited about being able to just do them without overthinking.
Yeah, where it just flows.
Yeah.
Where it just flows like a conversation. You can just catch people you just wrap people up so easily with that. It just flows from you. Just like, yeah. You know, it's like they get it. More so than you're putting extra effort behind it. It just flows.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so check in the morning and the night, ask the questions, and then let's ask the questions to people we meet this week.
Great.
What is your purpose?
What's your purpose?
What's your
I love that. Today was awesome.
Happy purpose.
Happy purpose!
Happy purpose.
Hey! Yay! Thank you guys for tuning in. Definitely comment with what you're excited about.
Happy purpose. See you later.